Hey, what's up, bro? Okay. Listen, bro, I got the self-defense show I gotta film, and like I just think this area will be banging for it. You know what I'm saying? It's got the bricks, it's all mad street looking. Yo, you mind if I roll up on this spot for a little bit?
Нет, это наша улица, иди отсюда, пока можешь.
Oh, come on, bro, it'll be cool, man. I just need like 5 minutes, cuz. Just 5 minutes, man.
Чувак, послушай меня, если тебе нравится рука, перестань лапать.
Hey, listen, man, can you just like speak English? You know, because this whole reading the subtitles thing is mad annoying, dog.
А ты умеешь говорить по-английски?
Alright, yeah, you kind of got me on that. But anyways, man, I just need like 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes.
Послушай, ты тут будешь снимать или через мой труп, или через твой. Понял?
You know, don't think I like that idea. How about this guy?
Он выглядит здоровым. Я возьму и продам его почки.
ちょっとなんで持ち上げいやちょっと助けて
This is Chuck Johnson, and I'm here to show you. Yo, this is Chuck, and welcome to episode 14 of How to Defeat Dudes. Or if you want to see it this way, the first episode of season 2. Yay! So, for today's episode, we're not actually going to deal with how to barter innocent bystanders with foreign mafia figures. Sorry. What we are going to deal with, however, is something that is just as important. Punch defense. And for that, as always, we're going to have Dean helping us out.
Hello, Chuck.
Hey, Dean. How are you?
I might play.
He finally learning some English.
So, Chuck, what's on the menu today?
Today, Dean, we're going to deal with haymakers.
Haymakers, huh?
Uh-huh.
What's a haymaker?
Hit me.
Hit you.
Yeah, punch me.
Okay.
Oh, come on, dude. Give me a real man punch. Give me a man punch. Oh, I say, old boys, I love you British friend. I've had this tea and crumpets today. That is a haymaker. So as all of you got to see, as per Dean's lovely demonstration, a haymaker is this kind of a punch. This big, wild, angry swing of a punch that you see dudes do in street fights all the time. So now, the first scenario we're going to take a look at is the start of the fight scenario, where you've got two dudes, they're squared off, standing in front of each other, well within each other's punching range, usually talking lots of smack, and then one of them just winds up and boom, clocks the other guy right off the line, okay? We see this all the time. You don't believe me? You can YouTube it. Just do a search, and I'm sure you can find an example of it, okay? Now, you really, really don't want to get hit with that first punch, because if you do, half or more of the time, it's going to be lights out right there. And if not, then you're going to be really messed up, and your balance is going to be off and everything else. So let's take a look at how not to get hit by that first punch. So when somebody throws a haymaker at you, it's coming at you with a whole lot of force, okay? So much, in fact, that you really don't want to try and block it in any way if you can. Okay? Now, I know in traditional martial arts, we learn a lot of like inside blocks and things like this, but the thing with haymakers is that because there's so much energy behind them, especially if they're really, really angry at you, that even if you try and do inside blocks, oftentimes that force and that power is just going to go right through it and just boom, you're going to get hit anyway. So your best bet is simply to try and evade and avoid it. So let's take a look at 2 ways to do that. So generally when people throw haymakers, they like to take a big step like this so they can really get a lot of power and force behind it. But in this case, because we're already so close, he's not going to do that because the distance is already well within his punching range. So that being the case, all you have to do to get out of the way of that punch is to simply take a step back yourself. Like this. Punch. Boom. Okay? Let's break it down. So let's say we're squared off like this, blah, 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 male pissing contest, blah, 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 blah. I'm asserting my masculinity to you. And then Dean decides to just throw one right at my grill. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to step back with this foot to create distance. Now, if you'll notice, as I step back, I also raise up a guard like this. One, just in case he still just happens to clip me, like his punch is really fast or whatever, so he clips me anyway. And then two, just in case he follows up immediately after with something else, I've got both arms up like that. Okay? After stepping in like that, you don't want to give him that chance, however, to come back in. So as soon as that punch goes by, boom, you go straight back with a straight punch to his nose. Okay? If you're not very good at punching, if you don't have conditioned fists, then you can also use a palm heel like that. So you don't have to worry about breaking your hand. Okay, so now let's take a look at it at full speed. Now, as much as I like to mess with him, I do actually like Dean a lot. So I'm not going to go ahead and punch him in the face. Okay? But when I throw that punch, I'm just going to throw it next to his face so you guys can see it, the punch at full power and speed and extension. Okay? So let's give it a try. So Dean, hit me. Boom. One more time. Boom. And one more. Hit. Boom. Like that. Okay, so now let's have Dean try it. So Dean, he's nice and squared up with me here. So let me show you guys how you could actually train this as well. So from here, I'm just going to throw a punch without actually taking any steps forward. He's going to work on taking his step back and then counter punching. Okay, we're going to start off slow for safety reasons, obviously. Okay, let's give it a try. Steps back and punch. Step back and punch. Nice, but don't forget your guard. Okay. Step back with the guard. There you go. And punch. Okay, now I'm going to reach a little bit more. Step back. Boom. And punch. Like that. So to recap, again, nice and easy. Only 2 movements. Okay? 1, as the punch comes in, step back with a guard. 2, boom. Give it right back to him with a straight punch to the face. Or a straight palm heel. Okay? And that's it. Okay, guys, so in closing, fights are all about tempo. Now, the reason that I set up these techniques the way that I did, meaning they throw 1 punch and then you do something, is because you never, ever, ever want to let the other guy get tempo. Meaning that after he throws 1 punch, if he gets into throwing 2 or 3 or 4, then it's going to be way, way, way harder to stop him or to cut him off than if you stop him after the very first punch. Or if you can, even before the first punch. Okay? So whenever you're in any kind of a fight with somebody, don't ever get into the mentality of just going back and back and back because you're going to get pounded. You have to stop it immediately. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching and look forward to seeing you guys next time. Hey, thanks for letting me use the space and everything, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Нет проблем. Звони в любое время.
All right, you say so, bro.